if your elected officials and your religious leaders have all taken up counsel against me, then shouldn't your elected leaders and your religious leaders now have to answer for what they have done? See, okay, what have they been teaching if they doing the same thing the Bible say and the Quran say is against religious values and principles? So what God do they believe in if they won't tell you the truth in no phase of your election of them, right? So politicians lie to get elected, and then they allow wealthy people to then lobby them against the needs of the poor. Now, when it comes time for the poor to get a seat at the table, it's always charity based. See, it's no financial or no economically enriched based programs, right? It's all like letting you be in the projects, giving you something for free, and then talking about you, but they never giving you the opportunity to prosper. See, they say whatever assistance they giving you is not to help you get better. If you start trying to do better, they gonna take the assistance away. But you saying, well, if these people not gonna pay me a living wage, and the government is gonna allow the people who not paying me a living wage to lobby them, and then if I use the assistance, then I can't work to better myself with the help of the government, then how is it fair for the government to be lobbied by the businesses? But yet, when the poor person use the help of the government to do better, the government take the assistance away. So this is what I'm writing on that. So I'm saying, if wealth, for which is defined as an abundance of valuable material possessions, for which are defined as existing or occurring in large amounts in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, and jails all over the world, right? Because what I'm saying is, in order, money is the key to success. So it is designed, right? Because without money, you can't get what you need. So that is why money seems like it's more valuable than life itself, because you need it to maintain, right? So now my economy, right, because I'm a father, I needed money to provide a house, food, water, clothes, health care, see? So now, when the person who took the money was wrong, now why would I now go back and need that person's money to provide food, water, shelter, and clothes and medical treatment for my family when they just took it from me twice? The United States Postal Service fired me the first 40 days of my employment. I was 25 years old. I got my job back with the United States Postal Service using the Civil Rights Act of 1964 when I was 25. So when I'm telling you this story is, I'm showing you my wealth, for which is defined as abundance of valuable material possessions. See, the only thing that's valuable to me is my understanding of how I made $1 million. See, so I have an understanding. See, now they must have thought, see what I'm saying? Because look what they did. So that's what I'm saying. If they took up counsel, just like the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees took up counsel against Jesus, now why isn't that relevant evidence that the government and the church would take up counsel against Jesus? See, not me. Not me, but Jesus. Because if they took up counsel against little old me, well, what would they do with Jesus? And if they already, according to the story, the biblical story, they already took up counsel against Jesus, and we know what happened. They took up counsel, and they had Jesus nailed on a cross for your sins. So now I'm asking, okay, so if this happened to Jesus for our sins, why is it happening to me? See, I'm saying, why are they taking up counsel against me when the government told me when I was 18 years old to protect the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I'm inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, fulfilling my word, my oath that I swore to fulfill. Now, why then is the church and the state of Florida against me inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? Now, everybody's saying, well, you talking about killing people. I'm saying they talked about killing me when I was 39 years old, and I kept going to everybody saying, hey man, these people talking about killing me. Then I had to pull my guns, and then they put me in a mental hospital, but nobody, I'm saying, well, you gave me to the people who I've been telling you say they gonna kill me, and they thinking it's funny. So I'm saying, well, how about if I would have caught a stroke, if I'd have went crazy, what life would I have? See, I'm saying my wife went on with her life, my kids went on with their life, somebody killed my son, so now you threatened to kill me when I was 39. You killed my son, I don't know how old he was, because I don't dwell on it, because I want justice, man. Just like I see them people over there, they say Hamas bomb them people and kill them people's son. Them people want the same shit I want, man. You just killed my son and you want me to just act like it's okay, man? I'm saying, why did my son have to die? Because you stole my house? You stole my money, you took my job, and my son had to die? And now you saying that I'm wrong for wanting justice? But you killed. See, and then this is what's so funny, right? America's citizens kill citizens in America at the leadership of the elected officials, right? Because history says that J. Edgar Hoover, which was the head of the FBI, said that a religious minister named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was public enemy number one. A religious minister trying to get his people the right to be able to be free, man. I mean, to be able to take care of their family. The head of the FBI said that this man was public enemy number one. Now here it is, I'm one generation after this man. I done started a corporation, and now the FBI against me, the CIA, the government, the president, the vice, and I'm saying, so now when is America's FBI agents, the CIA, is gonna be guilty of killing black people, right? But now y'all say I'm racist, and I'm saying, or am I living in a racist country who has killed people like me? The government officials have put hits out on innocent citizens just wanting human rights in this country. And now you have denied me of my rights because you gave me an oath. So now, who is the backslider? Who is the abomination? If I'm living up to the oath that the United States of America gave to me, then why would the United States of America now deny me of the protections of the Constitution if I'm in court defending my constitutional rights, my wife's constitutional rights, my daughter's constitutional rights, my son's constitutional rights with the Constitution in the place where you're supposed to use the Constitution in self-defense? So now, how can I teach my children my wealth, right? So for which is defined as abundance of valuable material possessions, for which are defined as existing or occurring in large amounts. See, now how can it exist inside of hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, church, wait a minute, man. In hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges. Okay, now universities, wait. I gotta make this. Churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. If I didn't allow my knowledge to overflow in self-defense of the next generation and generations after, because if the iniquities of me, right, would have then flowed over to my children for 3 or 4 generations, right? Then why would my righteousness protect my children's children for on into eternity? So how could my iniquities damage my bloodline, but my righteousness can't protect my bloodline from your iniquities? Because you are father too, right? So now, if the Bible says that all of our iniquities would then be put on our children for 3 or 4 generations, then wouldn't one of our righteousness give the rest of the men the opportunity to take their iniquities off of their children? But now, if I can't go to Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, well, wouldn't his iniquity, Pastor Willie C. Bond's iniquity, be passed on to the generations of Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church for 3 or 4 generations? So see, when do Jesus' testimony, a prophecy about not one stone to be left standing upon another that won't be cast down, when would that prophecy be fulfilled? Now you keep fulfilling the high priest Caiaphas prophecy that one man must die so that Rome don't come take your place in nations. See, no matter what nation you in, the church keep fulfilling that, right? They ain't gonna let, they scared, so they not gonna let the president come take their place in nation. So then they sacrifice Mr. Fred Hampton. They sacrifice Mr. Huey P. Newton. Understand, these great leaders had churches. Churches were still in America. Why was these great leaders by themselves when churches still exist? So now, the government is not against the religious institutions. They are against people, individuals who want the basic rights. See, now, why the church don't want you to have basic rights? But they want you to come and minister and let them show you Jesus, but they don't want you to have basic rights. When have the church ever led anything? Now, you say, well, Dr. Martin Luther King was talking about the preachers that wasn't with him, who was telling him we all right. They took up counsel with Dr. Martin Luther King. Right, okay, let me show you. Okay, yeah, I got a little time here. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. A letter from a Birmingham jail. This is Dr. Martin Luther King. See, this is why I keep telling these people I'm in court. So I'm going to get history on you because I'm in court. A letter from a Birmingham jail. Wait a minute. See, so this is what I'm saying. So if I'm in court, right, history is a witness to your ongoing crime. See, and now they saying that I'm not letting it go. Now check this. This is a letter from a Birmingham jail, dated April 16th, 1963. It says, "My dear fellow clergymen, while confined here in the Birmingham City Jail, I came across your recent statements calling my present activities unwise and untimely." The clergyman. So when is it time for us to be financially equal to any other ethnic group? See, this is 1963. We in 2023, not one minister has helped me economically to this day, help us economically. They done came to me with spirituality, man, telling me that y'all not ready for the truth. That's what I done had preachers tell me that. I done had Muslim minister tell me that. Now, I don't know. Now hold on, let me be correct, because we're in court. He said he was. Because of a guy I met where he, man, anyway, some people came to me and they was coming to me as if they was affiliated with that. And see, that's what I'm telling y'all. Now that I'm reading the Bible, I'm starting to see what Jesus felt, because I'm looking at my enemy. My image is my enemy, because they came and then they left me. So I'm saying, why did you come and then leave? See, you left me, and now are you teaching about me? But did you tell the people you left me starving? See, but okay, hold on now. Okay, untimeless. Seldom do I pause to answer criticism of my work. Come on, man. He say criticism of his work and ideas. If I sought to answer all of the criticism that crossed my desk, my secretaries would have little time for anything other than such correspondence in the course of the day. See, this man, now this is who we now celebrate his birthday. But the clergyman, now he is a reverend. So what you think they doing to me? But y'all don't believe me. But I'm saying I went to Pastor Bond, and that was my worst mistake, man. That's when it all, boy, because now they see it's a business. See, all of this stuff is a transaction, man. We being sold and bought every day. See, the poor person is being sold and misled and misused every day. So it's only going to take someone like me who is in the struggle, but is not confined by spirituality, to see the problem. See, because if I was indoctrinated, then I wouldn't be able to see the indoctrination. You see what I'm saying? So I've always had to buck the indoctrination or reject it. So now you failing me because I won't toe the line. See, but I'm saying you are blurring the lines. See, you know that you illegal, but these people don't know. But so when you the only one knows something, then your life in danger. But I really didn't know that because I wasn't born during the time of Dr. Martin Luther King. See, I was born and I was taught to be free. See, my mama and my daddy didn't teach me how to be no slave. None of that. They taught me how to make money and how to maintain myself and how to do what I need to do to survive. See what I'm saying? So they taught me. They like, hey, ain't nobody gonna help you, not even me. See what I'm saying? So it was like the animal kingdom. Like when I was young, they gave me the game, and then they got caught in the game they gave me, and then they told me about how they got caught, and they showed me the real and told me to stay away from it. See what I'm saying? So it's like they went before me and showed me the end of that. But they said that I needed to know it because it's a part of life. And that's what I'm telling the people in church. See, you telling these kids about the spiritual world, but you're not telling them about the trick called life. And they getting tricked out of their life. See what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to do is show them what my mother and father showed and taught me, see, about life in this game. See what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is taking the game out of life. See what I'm saying? And I'm breaking the game down, but you calling me a snitch. But I'm saying, wouldn't the devil say that God is a snitch? Because God would be a goody two shoes, right? But you saying, see, isn't that backwards to think that good is bad? Now, but look, let's get back to this Dr. Martin Luther King, though. So now he said, and I would have no time for constructive work, but since I feel that you are men of genuine goodwill, see, he say he feels that they are men of general goodwill, and that your criticism are sincerely set forth, I want to try to answer your statement in what I hope would be patient and reasonable terms. I think I should indicate why I am here in Birmingham, since you have been influenced by the view which argues against outsiders coming in. I have the honor of serving as president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization operating in every southern state with headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. We have some 85 affiliate organizations across the South, and one of them is in the Alabama Christian Movement for Human Rights. Now, see, the church was against human rights. See, so when I went to Pastor Willie C. Barnes, he is in the mold of those who was telling Dr. Martin Luther King that we all right. See, this is what I'm saying. When do you break that? Where the church is saying that we okay, but we down here in poverty saying, nah, man, we doing it by any means necessary because you got all of the resources, and then our parents giving y'all the 10%, and we can't even make it on 90. And I'm saying, well, hey, man, if you got favor, preacher, well, invest in the fathers so the fathers can invest in the sons, and we can give you more 10%. But if you just taking 10% from our dirtiness, when are you cleaning us? See, like, you should be cleaning the money, but you not cleaning. You cleaning the money, you not cleaning the people. See what I'm saying? The people are dirty, and you taking the dirty money and then spending it, so you money laundering. Because you know these people is getting this money illegally. But see, long as it's going to the church, you good. But when is God going to clean the people? But see, you got to be righteous. But when has the church ever been righteous? Now, this Dr. Martin Luther King. Frequently we share staff, educational, and financial resources with our affiliates. See, staff, educational, and financial resources. When did the church do that? Man, they give us outdated food, but they got enough money to buy farms. But now the black farmers got to beg the government for subsidies. But the black churches, one of them is rich enough to buy a plane. Other ones got mansions, sprawled out in all kind of acreage, right? But at least when the plantation owners had these big, beautiful spreads, 300 acres, they had people out there working. Now, they got people out there working, but making the flowers beautiful. I'm saying, if you're going to live on 300 acres, why don't you farm? let some other people live out there and farm, and then take that and feed the people. But oh, that's too much like right. Right, that's what I was gonna do. But I guess, but that's what my brother said. Don't, ain't nobody no slave. I'm saying, so you saying it's slave work getting paid to grow food? So what's a job? See, I would rather work and benefit from the work I'm doing. So when I have food on the table, that's from the work I did. But now, what about when you go to work and you get money, but you don't have enough money to buy the food? So wouldn't that be bad time that I'm working, but I don't have enough money to buy food? So wouldn't it make sense that I should use my time to then get the food that I don't have enough money to buy, even though I'm spending time working? See, now this is what I'm doing, right? The same thing Dr. Martin Luther King doing, but my organization is Folk Houses Incorporated. My resources is my knowledge, which is a motion for our emancipation, which was started by my use of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So see, I'm giving my mental resources so we can get the financial resources necessary to then produce our children in the ways that they shall go. See, so this is not a church movement. This is an economic movement so we can address the famine in our existence, whether it be a shortage of food, water, clothing, shelter, health care. See, if the poor people address the famine, then the poor people are not going to be poor anymore, because they are addressing the famine, which has caused the poverty that has made them poor. So see, if you don't unfurl or tear away the levels or peel away the levels of the onion and get down to the base of the matter, if you pull and fix one layer, but it's 2 or 3 more layers, then what did you fix? So see, that's why when they took my money, I knew how to make money, but I didn't know how to protect the money I made. So then I went to school. I let the devil school me. See what I'm saying? Because now, whatever he's doing or she's doing or they're doing in counter. See, they don't want me to get to that level. See, so now what I did was I watched them and then I countered them with the law. See, I didn't counter them with a foolish move. See what I'm saying? Like when they was illegal, I was legal. So now when y'all come, now you're seeing Armageddon played out inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. See, that's when you will see the value in this book. See, this book is my life story. See, that once the devil tried to close the book on my life, then I wrote my life into over 100 books. See, so in your case, I would have had 15 minutes of fame if Satan would have won. See, now I have 15 years of a documentary of what Satan did for 15 years. See, I'm saying this what he did, because now it ain't what he doing because he did it, right? And once you start lying, the lie ain't real. See, I'm showing y'all what he did and what I'm doing, because the truth is the only thing that can do something. See, the lies can only did something. See, because once it lie, it's off the track anyway. See what I'm saying? So now, why would I leave the 99 to go after Satan, who is off the track? See, that's what I'm asking you all who read the Bible to show yourselves approved. See, but let's get back to what Dr. Martin Luther King saying, right? So now, I gotta find him here. Okay, several months ago, the affiliates here in Birmingham asked us to be on call to engage in a nonviolent direct action program if such was deemed necessary. We readily consented, and when the hour came, we lived up to our promise. So I alone with several members of my staff am here because I was invited here. I am here because I have organizational ties here. But more basically, I am in Birmingham because injustice is here. Just as the prophets of the 8th century BC left their villages and carried their "thus says the Lord" far beyond the boundaries of their hometowns, and just as the Apostle Paul left his village of Taurus and carried the gospel of Jesus Christ to the four corners of the Greco-Roman world, so am I compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. Like Paul, I must consistently respond to the Macedonian call for aid. Now, but I went to Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida. And now that's a Macedonian. They were supposed to help me, man. But Pastor Willie C. Barnes. Now see, but now people saying, well, I'm saying, well, is that so? So if Jesus was me, and Jesus said, well, the high priest Caiaphas did such and such, such and such, would that not be true? So now you don't want me to tell the truth about what I went to seek help, but you saying that I'm not God. But I'm saying, well, I went, and that man wasn't godly. He turned his back on me. So now I'm not supposed to save my wife and my daughter and my son who in the church, and I'm not supposed to let them know that he wouldn't let me in there. So I'm saying, well, when I read the Bible, it was saying that that Pharaoh did what this man doing. He threw the husband out of the family. That ain't starting slavery. You just broke up a family in the name of Jesus. But now you saying I'm wrong for pointing it out, but that's what Jesus did. Jesus said, you have turned my father's house into a den of thieves. Now I'm saying, well, Jesus not talking about Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church? Because y'all say he not. So when do he testify against Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church? When you decide that Pastor Willie C. Barnes done did it to enough people? See, when do the pastors commit crimes? Because they didn't commit no crime against Jesus. They didn't, and here it is, Dr. Martin Luther King. See? Okay, moreover, I am cognizant of the interrelatedness of all communities and states. I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about what's happens in Birmingham. See, that's what I was saying. I'm saying, man, I'm seeing what's happening in the state of Florida. Now I'm looking, because I was in a stock market, in a stock club, and I'm saying, man, and then, my partners was in, they could have been in the G fund, but I was trying to tell them, man, get your money out of the market. You need to get in the G fund, because, man, the bank's messed up. But and I'm saying, golly, you can come to a person with knowledge and you saying, well, look, man, that's why I'm in the G fund, because I'm looking, the banks they not operating right. Then the economy collapsed and they then turn on me. See, because it's about their money. But I was trying to tell them, hey, man, you need to put it in the G fund, because them banks ain't operating right. You wouldn't listen to me. Now you caught up, but now you trying to save your money because you done waste 15 years of your youth. And now you 15 years old, and now you realize what you done spent. Now you need that money for support. But when I was telling you we could have invested in farms and hospitals, see, we would have had medical support. We'd have had nutrition support, because we would have invested in the things that we needed. But now here it is, 15 years later, you took me out the game But now you got money, but farmers need subsidies. And black farmers losing their farmland. But here I am, study saying, nah, man, come on, man, all you got to do, if I can sell these books, man, we don't need subsidies, man. Oh, man, that's a bad investment. See? So how do I get to the people who need me if the people around me don't need me, right? Because they work, they got their jobs, they sell dope, they do whatever they do, right? Now, they don't need me, a good person, a righteous person. See, for them, I'm a thorn in their side. See, just like Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, check it now. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Right? See? Now, this is what he's telling the pastors, and this is when I say that injustice somewhere is injustice everywhere, which I was saying was trying to say what he say, but I don't like to, cause that's him. That's what he said, right? But I'm saying when I saw it like he said it. Cause I'm saying, well, man, if I'm a veteran and if I don't do nothing about this, then man, my word ain't nothing to me. Cause I know better, right? So why would I make a deal with a person that just destroyed me? And then they didn't come back to me as if I was a victim. They came back to me as if I didn't understand I was a victim. And so I'm saying, well, no, nonsense, you're not going to do this right. Then now I'm going to force you to do it right because I want to show my children how to do it right. See what I'm saying? So if I don't go through it, like Dr. Martin Luther King saying, then the injustice that I saw inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida would have been going on to this day with no legal remedy, because not one that I knew, because I would have missed the window to be the legal remedy, because I'd have took the money over the knowledge. Now, okay, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. See, that's what I was saying. See, I was saying, man, this affected me, so it's got to be affecting my grandmama, my cousins, everybody, because it's affecting me. Now, if I don't address it, right, and then if I let them pay me out of it, then my family would think that money is more important than the way that you make money. So my mother taught me and my father taught me that I make money, money don't make me. So when the opportunity came for me to show myself, to be myself, why would I take money as if money made me who I was? See, my knowledge of how to spend my money made the life that we live. So I knew that money stopped me. See, money didn't make me, it stopped me from making me. So now it was a stumbling block to me. See, now it might be a blessing to you, but it's a stumbling block to me because I need land, see, and I need workers, see, because I need to work the land so I can then get from the land what we need, food, cotton, so we can have fabrics. See, we need to go back so we can have what we need. Everything comes from the land. So if the landowner who gave our ancestors, as they gave me, a mortgage, a promissory note, well, if they violated the promissory note, which is the mortgage, well, why wouldn't I sue them for the land? Why wouldn't I sue them for my house? Why would I sue them for money? And then, okay, my mortgage was $615,000. Now, if I'd have sued for $1 million, then if I'd have paid off my house, I still wouldn't have had $1 million. So if we was fighting over the house, well, why wouldn't I win the house, which is $615,000? Then you give me $1 million. Now I'd go for that. But I'm not paying not one more penny on the house that I just won in court. That makes no sense to me. But these people was telling me, man, you should have took the money. I'm saying, what about my house? Well, you could have paid the house off with the money. I'm saying, man, you're a fool. You stupid. I don't see, and then they get mad with me, but I'm saying that's stupid, man. So you saying you gonna go to court over the people violating the contract, the mortgage, because a mortgage is a contract. You telling me that they paid my lawyer off all this here that I paid to defend me. Then I had to take the case over myself, and then they just want to give me $1 million, and I just saw the crime. I'm saying, man, you just committed a crime, man. You just paid my lawyer off my paid attorney. And now you have peeled the onion back to where you got to me. So now you know who I am. You know I'm talking to the president of SunTrust Bank, man, in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm talking to their lead counsel. It's no more lawyer. It's the head of the bank and the head counsel for the bank in SunTrust Bank. And then they tried to pressure me. And I'm saying, man, you the one illegal. How you gonna pressure me and we in court already, fool? That's when they started threatening me, see? But then I'm telling my friends, I'm saying, okay, man, so you don't believe these people threatening to kill me, man? And now you done did all this shit to me? What kind of friend is that? But anyway, let's get back to this. So he says, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow, propertical, outside agitator ideal. See, anyone who lives inside of the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds. See, this man here, but hold on, I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying now, right? So now, or resources, see? So now I'm showing you my testimony that I'm going through with preachers and politicians and so-called leaders in the community that's trying to keep the people ignorant, right? So now resources for which are defined as a source or support in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, which is why mine, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Council Senior's wealth, for which is defined as abundant supply of knowledge, for which is defined as the fact or condition of knowing the truth, for which is defined as the body of real things, events, and facts in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, with familiarity gained through experience or association is not seen as wealth, for which is defined as all property that has a money value in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, or an exchangeable value in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Now, what I'm saying is that when I had used my wisdom and brought it out of the courts, it was denied. They rejected it. See, so now I'm saying that although my knowledge had value because it got me free from the illegal techniques that was being used inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, I know its value. because I know that I had to defeat lawyers on both sides. My lawyer had turned on me, they lawyers. So if I didn't say, if America's crime of denying my people the right to read and write, which made my people violate what they believe, right? And the okay, let me see. Okay, hold. Let me see. Damn. Okay, there it is right there. Now this is Hosea. This is what my people violating through Reverend Barnes. It's the Hosea 4 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And this is what Reverend Barnes now is violating. And this is Hosea 4 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, Bible Hub Edition. And it's God's charges against Israel. It's 1 through 19. And it says, "Hear the words of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, thou break out, and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Ye, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Let no man strive, nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophets shall also fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I charge their glory, therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sins of my people, and they set their hearts on their iniquity. And they shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staffs declare unto them, for the spirit of whoredom has caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and pollers and elms. Because the shadow thereof is good, therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separate with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doeth not understand shall fall. Thou Israel, play the harlot, yet let not Judea offend. Yet let not Judea offend, and come not ye until Gilgal. Neither go ye up to Baalhaven, nor swear the Lord liveth. For Israel slideth back as backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. Their drink is sour, they have committed whoredom continuously. Her rules with shames do love give ye. The wind have bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 13th in 2023 at 7:02 in the morning. So but the one what I'm talking about is Hosea 4 of the King James Version of Bible Hub Edition, verse 6, that says, "My people." See, that's when I went into court and I claimed us. I say, my people, these are my people. And I paid everybody debts with Amendment 14, Section 4. I showed I was the slave, and they forced me into servitude. See, I made them violate their own laws so I can then come to us and show us everything we need to do to stave off this famine. Now, let me show you what the definition of famine is. See, because people think famine is just food. But famine is defined as a great shortage. See what I'm saying? So when you don't have enough housing to support your family, right? Then you in famine of housing. So therefore you need to produce more houses, right? Now, if you build houses and you don't give the man or woman a job, then how can they support the house you building? So I'm not giving you a house. See, I'm allowing you to build a house so you can build pride in yourself. Then I'm gonna show you how to maintain the house you built, like as you maintain yourself. See what I'm saying? So the house is you are the house. You maintain yourself, you maintain the house. You see, because Jesus said his body is the temple. So now, once you build your dream house, then you should now build yourself into a dream. Now you will be able to go to the farm because you understand now you need to put food in the refrigerator. Now you will know that somebody got to build a refrigerator, and so you can have the food cool. See, now everybody gonna end up fulfilling the famine, the great shortage. So then once we get into formation, now we can all address the shortage, and now we deal with famine all at one time. See, what I'm saying is, okay, if we go and address the farm situation, all of us, now who gonna build the houses? When the food come in, how we gonna preserve it? So everybody can't do the same thing. See, you need somebody to grow the food. You need somebody to pick the food. Then you need somebody to take the food to storage sites. Then you need to pack the food up to get it to the grocery store. So that's a chain. See? But now we as poor people, we don't have enough, and the rich people don't see our struggles as their struggles. So what I was showing the poor people is my struggle is because you struggling. See, because the rich people was trying to make me side with them because they realized that I had broke their economic system. So then they was trying to invest with me. But I was saying, hey man, you broke the system. So now I don't want your money, because now when I try to come to my people, they was already telling me that they didn't want to listen to me because, oh man, you work for the post office. See, and I was saying, listen man, it's the plan, it's the economic plan. Now, because I work at the post office, the plan looked good. But what about when I was working at OU Cablevision making $6.80 an hour? You didn't see the plan? I bought a house on $6.80 an hour. See what I'm saying? I bought a house. So you don't see the plan? Now the money, now when I left Cablevision, OUC, and I got at the post office, that's when I realized I was making too much money for the house that I had bought when I was making $6.80 an hour, because I started doing my taxes. And I started seeing that the house, I had to support the house wasn't supporting me. So then I started seeing where I was having tax problems. See, it was costing me to stay in that house that I had bought making $6.80 an hour. So then I had to make a strategic economic move that I didn't really want to make, but in my youthfulness of my economical maturity, I had to sell the asset. That's why I don't do that no more, because that's my history, and I sold it. See what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I can't go back. But now that I'm showing you all, I'm saying, see, now when I got to making the $12.25 an hour, I started seeing the pressure that you living below your means, it's gonna cost you. That's when you gotta pay more taxes. So then when I bought the house over in Lake Mary, see, that's when the house started supporting me. See what I'm saying? That's when, to own the house, I was getting back like $4,000. See, $5,000. So the house was helping me because I was able to write off, and then I was able to itemize. See, so this is what I'm saying. The taxes taught me economics, the tax code. Cause my father-in-law had me, he didn't want to do my taxes no more. So he showed me how to do it, and I don't like to lose. See, so he thought I couldn't do it. So that means he challenged me. That's how I took it. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. And so he showed it to me. So when we did it the first year, he showed it to me. Now the second year, I did it by myself. So I read every line of the W-2, every line of the 1099, whatever that is, when you put your taxes in. I read the whole thing, and then that's when I learned how to live financially stable life, right? Because I'm saying, if it's telling me I can write off if I do this, but if I do this, it's not a write-off, then why wouldn't I do this? That only makes sense to me, because I'm saying, well, I can't get no benefit if I spend the money this way, but if I spend the money this way, I can write it off. So then you try to tell people like, hey man, you can do it. Oh man, my CPA, I'm saying, bro, your CPA maybe just know like if I'd have did it the way my father-in-law taught me, then I wouldn't have known what I had figured out by reading the whole thing. See, I would have just known the way my father-in-law did it. But see, once I read it, then I saw what they probably was afraid to take. See? But I'm saying, coupled with looking at the lobbyists and seeing what the lobbyists was then lobbying, I'm saying, well, why can't I take the benefit that the lobbyist is lobbying the politician to change the tax code? So you start talking, you say, well, man, I need to start a business, because now in this personal taxes, I can only write off this. But now if I transition and go to the business, I can write off everything. So then when I transitioned, they came and got me, which was a blessing to me, because now I can address the famine that Hosea was talking about in Hosea 6, right? Well, now my people for whom was denied the right to read and write, see what I'm saying? Now I can give them the knowledge that they lack, and then once they purchase the knowledge, then I can now invest into the kids. See what I'm saying? Now that's why I tell old people, I'm saying, well, y'all need to write books so we can now pour the knowledge that we gained into these jobs the knowledge that we gained in these colleges, we can now pour into a curriculum, and now we can make better children by making a better school system to support the poor man and one man, so we'll never be poor again. See, you can't go from poor to rich and not know what's going on in the middle. See, because the middle is where all things rise and fall, because the middle is what supports the bottom and what supports the top. But that's why we collapse. See, because how can the middle support anything? So the middle class is who's supporting the rich and the poor. See, everybody eating off of the middle class, and that's why we are under so much pressure. See what I'm saying? Because the rich man ain't giving us enough money. The poor man think we got so much money we can help them, and so when you in the middle, you just struck, man. You know, it's like nobody call you to see how you doing. People call you to get something from you, but when you call them, they act like you don't have a need in the world because you got this job. You see what I'm saying? But now when you lose the job, see, that's when the pressure in the middle go to the bottom and everything collapse. Because the people on the bottom, see, all they wanted you to do was throw down something to them, and then they wasn't doing nothing to get out of the bottom. You see what I'm saying? They were just, see, I wrote in my book, I said, if I bought you a house, you would say I blessed you. But if I lost the house, you would say I cursed you. But what I'm saying is, what did you do? See what I'm saying? If I gave you a house and all you did was live in it, and then you say I lost the house, why didn't you help me keep the house that I bought you? See, then we both would have had a house. See what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying about the bottom, right? Whatever you do for them, they don't even keep it up. You see what I'm saying? You give them a car, they run it down, and then want you to give them another car. And see, you saying you don't have no value of nothing. That's why you tear up everything you get. See what I'm saying? But see, knowledge. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. The reason why poor people are poor because they lack the knowledge of wealth. See, they think money is riches, but look what the spiritual wealth is. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. See, now, here these Pastor Bonds, see, all these preachers and pastors and ministers, but according to Hosea, since you don't know and you reject my knowledge, what you giving me other than somebody else's interpretation of somebody else? Because now it's been translated into English. So if you don't actually know Arabic and you read from the straight Arabic version of the Quran, then you actually don't know what the Prophet Muhammad talking about. See, that's why even when I do it, I reference where I got it from, so you will know my understanding, saying, well, hey man, I don't know the Hebrew, or I don't know the Arabic. I got it from the Shi'i International Version of the Holy Quran. So that way, if you want to debate me, go to where my understanding is. See, that's what I was telling my partner who a preacher. I said, well, man, if we was during the time of biblical times, and you learn from Saul about Jesus, who changed his name to Paul, and I learned from John, who actually walked with Jesus, what would be your argument other than what Saul told you, who changed his name to Paul? Now, when you read the Bible, and when we read the Bible, and Jesus said, if you deny me before man, I'll deny you before my Father, then how could you say that Saul, who was a persecutor of Jesus, was then delivered by Jesus when he was in heaven, and Jesus said, on earth, if you deny me before man? So now, did not Saul, when he was a man, deny Jesus when he was going after his disciples? So now you say Jesus saved him, but now my partner using his words to persecute me. So now, if I was Jesus, then wouldn't my partner use Saul's testimony against me, but Saul never met me? According to the scriptures, Saul never met Jesus. He was a persecutor of Christians. Jesus was not a Christian because Christianity is based off of his crucifixion. So see, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Now, see me, because I didn't know what Hosea said, so see, I didn't know that I was supposed to leave Christians and their children. I didn't know I was supposed to leave Muslims and their children. See, but I am a human being. So as a human being, I couldn't leave a child in ignorance. I couldn't do it because I was learning myself. So I was a child. So why would I? Because what it says when you have to become a child. So now when they took all my stuff, I had to go back and become a child. I had to learn, right? So now that I'm learning, the people around me has lost their way because they looking at the situation. They not looking at me bringing the situation to a peaceful end. See, I'm saying, well, okay, man, if I get upset, now everybody following me in an ignorant manner. But now that I go to the word and then I bring the word to bear, now nobody don't want to see me like John 1, in the beginning is the word and the word is with God. See, now you see Pastor Barnes as if he is with the word, but he just with the Bible. I'm with the law, I'm with the Bible, I'm with the Quran. See, they don't even believe in the Quran. They'll talk against the Quran. And I'm saying, how can you 1500 years after a man question what a man saw 1500 years ago? Like, why would you, who the United States of America denied the right to read and write, then deny any knowledge from any source? See, but that to me is ignorance in itself. Because if you have denied me the right to read and write, then I'm going to read everything you denied me the right to read. And then I'm going to write because you denied me the right to write. So now I have wrote what I read and I have described what I've done, but now black people want me to plead the fifth. And I'm saying, well, how then can I fulfill Hosea 4 verse 6? How could I fulfill that if I didn't get the knowledge that we lacked or that I lacked? I know I lacked it. So then now you telling me because I then got the knowledge that I lacked, now you gonna destroy me because Pastor Willie C. Barnes? Well, wouldn't that be sacrificing me like they sacrificed Jesus? See, but now let me get back to my testimony, right? So now, but my for whom name is petty officer third class Thomas Chancellor Council Senior's wealth, for which is defined as all material objects that have economic utility, especially the stock of useful goods having economic value in existence at any one time through knowledge, for which is defined as acquaintance with or understanding of a science, art, as well as technique inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally bankrupt, for which is defined as a debtor such as an individual for whom name is the state of Florida in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as an organization for whom name is the United States of America in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning is why the property of the the property of the state of Florida, the property of the United States of America, as well as the Federal Reserve in Washington, D.C., is now legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally subjected in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida to voluntary as well as involuntary administration under the bankruptcy law for the benefit of King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Four Castles Incorporated, Princess Tamika Rayshawn Castle of Four Castles Incorporated, Prince Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. of Four Castles Incorporated, Four Castles Incorporated, as well as Chancey Incorporated, for whom are all creditors for whom the state of Florida, as well as the United States of America, owes for eternity in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, which is why the route for which is defined as a traveled way in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, and the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, as well as the route for which is defined as the usually underground part of evil's plant body that originated in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, is now inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, for those in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world to investigate for eternity. So see, if my truth didn't plant itself legally inside of Justice's soil, then how could I then take the roots out of Justice's soil and suspend them in the air inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, for you all to see, just like the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders put Jesus on a cross for you all to see when you would have left out of Jerusalem.